single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to cover your second lesson, which name is The Thief's Story. It is written by Ruskin Bond. Let us get some knowledge about the author Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond was born on 19 May 1934. He is an Indian author of British descent. He lives with his adopted family in Landio, Missouri, India. He has written interesting stories on a variety of subjects, including child psychology. The story also deals with the complexities of the human mind. Here, he tells the story of a young boy of 15 who considered himself an experienced and successful thief. He tries to befriend and betray an elderly person, Anil, but later on changes his mind. The story illustrates that trust and compassion can reform a person. Thus, it is a story with a moral, and the moral is that nobody is born criminal, and the human approach can mold and improve even the worst offenders. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in the growth of children's literature in India. He was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra, his novel in English. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. Now we will discuss the paragraphs. Mostly we will get the meanings of those paragraphs which occurs on the screens. So let's begin. I was still a thief when I met Anil, and though only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. The story starts with his own introduction that he was then thief. When he had met with Anil, he was about 15 years old and was experienced and successful in his work. It is our next paragraph. Anil was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. He was about 25, tall, lean fellow, and he looked easygoing, kind and simple, enough for my purpose. So in this paragraph, the narrator says that he continued that he had been watching a wrestling match when he went near Anil. Now he describes his physical features, that how he was looking. The thief cleared it out that he looked about 25. He was tall and lean and thin fellow. He was looking calm and simple, enough for his purpose. Now on the screen we have our next paragraph to be read and to be explained. I hadn't had much luck of late and thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. So we have got that the thief had not got any chance to commit a theft for the past few days. He thought that Anil would be a perfect man as he was looking simple and can be fooled easily. So the thief wanted to get him into his confidence. You look a bit of a wrestler yourself, I said. A little flattery helps in making friends. So do you, he replied, which put me off for a moment because at that time I was rather thin. So in these lines, we have got that just for flattering, the thief commented on Anil that he looked like a wrestler. Anil then replied that he to look like a wrestler, which made him offend because at the time he himself was very thin. Okay guys, it is our next paragraph on the screen to be read. Well, I said modestly, I do wrestle a bit. What's your name? Hari Singh, I lied. I took a new name every month. That kept me ahead of the police and my former employers. So in these lines, we have got that. To this, the thief replied that he did wrestle a bit sometimes. Anil then asked his name, and the thief modestly replied that his name was Hari. The narrator always kept changing his name every month to escape from police and his co-employers. After this introduction, Anil talked about the whale oil wrestlers who were grunting, lifting, and throwing each other about. After this introduction, they talked about the whale oil wrestler whom they were watching on the screen. They were grunting and throwing each other. Now on the screen we have our next paragraph to be read. I didn't have much to say. Anil walked away. I followed casually. Hello again, he said. I gave him my most appealing smile. I want to work for you, I said, but I can't pay you. So, the thief didn't know much about wrestling, so he didn't utter any word. When Anil walked away, he again approached him with the most appealing smile and asked him that he wanted to work for him. Anil then replied that he couldn't pay him because he was jobless at that time. I thought that over for a minute. Perhaps I had misjudged my man. I asked, can you feed me? Can you cook? I can cook. I lied again. If you can cook, then maybe I can feed you. So hereby the thief didn't expect this reply and thought to himself for a minute that he had misjudged Anil to be a rich man. He just thought that Anil is a rich man and there will be easy tasks to rob him. But here he told him that he couldn't pay him. Then he asked him if he could feed him. To this, Anil quickly inquired of him if he could cook. The thief again lied and replied he could. Anil again replied him that if he could cook, then he would be able to feed him. Okay students, we have another paragraphs on the screen to be read. He took me to his room over the Jamuna Sweet shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. But the meal I cooked that night must have been terrible because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. But I just hung round, smiling my most appealing way, and he couldn't help laughing. So what we have got in this paragraph, listen. They both went over the Jamuna sweet shop. Anil told the thief that he could sleep on the balcony. The narrator said that the meal that he cooked must have been terrible as Anil had to give it away to a stray dog. Then he told Hari to go and sleep, but Hari decided to stay for a while. Hari's smile was so appealing that Anil could not stop laughing looking at him. Later, he patted me on the head and said, never mind, he would teach me to cook. He also taught me to write my name and said he would soon teach me to write whole sentences and to add numbers. We have got that later Anil patted him on his head, realizing that he didn't know how to cook food. So he told him that he would teach him to cook. He also told him how to write his name and told him that he would soon teach him to write sentences and add numbers. I was grateful. I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. So Hari was grateful for what Anil had planned, as he knew that there would be no limits to his work once he knew how to write. So hereby the thief just saw an opportunity, a golden chance to be educated, because he will be more able to commit a theft with any person. Now students, look at the next paragraph on the screen. It was quite pleasant working for Anil. He made the tea in the morning and then would take my time buying the day's supplies, usually making a profit of about ₹1 a day. In this paragraph we have got that Hari enjoyed working for Anil. He used to make tea for him in the morning and then used to go out to buy groceries for the day. He would also keep ₹1 in his pocket every day from the money that Anil used to give him for daily groceries. I think he knew I made a little money this way, but he didn't seem to mind. The narrator said here that Anil knew that he used to take ₹1 every day, but he didn't mind. He was fine with it. Okay students, we have our another paragraphs on the screen. Let's read. Anil made money by fits and starts. He would borrow 1 week, lend the next. He kept worrying about his next check, but as soon as it arrived, he would go out and celebrate. It seems he wrote for magazines, a queer way to make a living. Okay students, let's find out the meaning of this paragraph. Anil did not have any regular income, as he used to earn money by doing different activities. He did not have any fixed job. The narrator says that Anil used to be worried about his paychecks all the time, but as soon as he would receive a check, he would go out with friends and celebrate. The narrator thinks that he used to write for magazines. The narrator also thinks it to be a strange way to make money. Let us read the next paragraph. One evening he came home with a small bundle of notes, saying he had just sold a book to a publisher. At night, I saw him tuck the money under the mattress. Then suddenly one evening, Anil came home with some money and told Hari that he had just sold a book to a publisher. Before going to bed, Anil put the money under his mattress and Hari saw him putting the money there. So we have our next paragraph on the screen. I had been working for Anil for almost a month and, apart from cheating on the shopping, had not done anything in my line of work. Hari thought that he had been working for Anil for almost a month now, and he had not cheated him apart from the ₹1 that he used to take out daily. In the next paragraph, I had every opportunity for doing so. Anil had given me a key to the door and I could come and go as I pleased. She was the most trusting person I had ever met. So, the narrator also thinks that he had every chance to steal, as Anil had given him the key to his room as well, and he could come and go whenever he wished to do so. Hari had been trusted upon by Anil the most, and never in his life he had been trusted upon by anyone else. And that is why it was so difficult to rob him. It's easy to rob a greedy man because he can afford to be robbed, but it's difficult to rob a careless man. Sometimes he doesn't even notice he has been robbed, and that takes all the pleasure out of the work. Hereby the thief is in deep thought. What he is thinking about Anil is that This was the only thing that was stopping Hari, means the thief, from stealing, as Hari thought that it is easy to rob a greedy man because he has the capability or the money to get robbed, as he knows about what he has lost. But for a careless man like Anil, there was no use to steal, as they sometimes don't even come to know that they have been robbed. Also, Hari feels that when someone doesn't come to know that he has been robbed, then there is no fun left in robbing him. Well, it's time I did some real work. I told myself, I am out of practice, and if I don't take the money, she will only waste it on his friends. After all, he doesn't even pay me. So finally, the narrator takes a final statement, a final decision. She justified his statement by telling himself that it is the time to walk and to sharp his profession, as he had not stolen anything for the past few days, and if he didn't steal the money, Anil would waste it on his friends. He also thought that he had a right over the money, as he didn't pay him for the work he used to do. Okay, my dear students, this was the first part of the lesson, and the next part will be made very soon, and for that you have to wait. Thank you very much that you have listened me very carefully.